All right. Thank you for participating in this guidelines and application walkthrough for the City of Los Altos Small Business Relief Program. Today, I'm going to be walking you through the guidelines of the program and then the application itself. If you have any questions about the application after watching this video, please email econdev@losaltosca.gov, econdev@losaltosca.gov. For the program overview, the program will be providing grants of $5,000 for qualified small businesses, which are restaurants, retail, and personal service, with at least one and no more than 25 full-time employees. The goal was to give money to as many small businesses as possible. These funds can be used for any business expenses, including but not limited to lease costs, payroll costs, and utility costs. But like I said, you can use them for any business expenses. The grants will be awarded on a lottery basis for qualified applicants who have submitted a complete application between Tuesday, May 26th at 8 a.m. and Tuesday, June 9th at 5 p.m. Any and all incomplete applications that have been submitted will not be considered. The lottery will be held virtually online. For the eligibility requirements for this program, the small business must have at least one and no more than 25 full-time employees. Qualifying businesses are exclusively restaurants, retail, and personal service as defined in our Los Altos Municipal Code. The applicant businesses must operate out of a physical commercial storefront within the City of Los Altos. They must pay sales tax to the City of Los Altos. So along with that, they will need to submit a current copy of their sales tax permit along with their application. In addition to the sales tax permit, you will need to submit a W-9 form for your business. In addition, you will need to have a City of Los Altos business license and be in a good financial standing with the City of Los Altos. If your business has been involved in legal or financial issues, they may not qualify depending on them. Please answer the questions on the application for more information about that. The application is open for all businesses that have been in operation as of March 1st, 2020. So any business that's been in the City of Los Altos since before March 1st, 2020 that meets the requirements above would be eligible. Business owners of qualifying businesses may not own 3 or more locations of the same business. So if you are a franchisee who owns one single location of a franchise, you may qualify for this program. Grant recipients will be required ultimately within a month after receiving the award to provide documentation as to how the funds are spent. So once you have spent the funds, please keep documentation on how the funds have been spent, and then we will review those at the city. This is a tentative program timeline. City Council has approved the initial funding and ratified the program guidelines and application. As of right now, the city staff is conducting outreach to businesses about the program, and we will release the website with all of the information. May 26th, Tuesday at 8 a.m., the application window will open. So that means you may not submit applications prior to that date. All applications that are submitted to the email address before that date will receive an automatic reply notifying them that they will need to wait until the application window opens to apply. The application window will close June 9th at 5 p.m. At that point, city staff will begin reviewing the applications based upon the objective criteria to the questions in the application. On June 15th, city staff will conduct a public lottery virtually. So all businesses that have applied for the program and the public will be able to see that. Later this month, at the end of June, the city staff will start issuing checks to approved businesses. Ultimately, in the end of July or early August, we will begin to verify that the businesses have spent the funds for the appropriate purposes. Now we will walk through the applications after we've gone through the guidelines and the timeline. This section is just information about the business and the contact for the application. The contact information does not necessarily need to be the business owner. It can be any individual that works for the business. But please fill in the correct information such as business name, business owner's name, business address, which is the physical address of the business, and the City of Los Altos business license number. In addition to that, you will indicate whether you are a retail, restaurant, or personal service, which are the 3 defined businesses that are allowed to apply for this program. Under contact information, please enter the contact name, contact title, email, and phone number, along with a mailing address that we can reach out to you if we need to mail you something. The eligibility information. This is clearly defining what qualified businesses will be able to submit in order to be considered for this program. Qualified businesses will submit yes to answers 1 through 7 and no to 8 through 14. So it goes through the questions from the eligibility that we've already seen in this video, but I'll walk through them once again. You want to verify that your business is a small business with at least 1 and no more than 25 full-time employees, that you operate out of a physical commercial storefront within the city limits of Los Altos, that your business does pay sales tax to the City of Los Altos, and that you have attached your business's sales tax permit and your W-9 for your business. You want to verify that your business has been in operation since March 1st, 2020 within the City of Los Altos, that you are in a good standing with the City of Los Altos, and then this is where at number 9, you will want to verify that you begin answering no if you are a qualified business. So only business owners that own less than 3 or more chain locations of the same chain may apply. And you want to make sure that you are an applicant who has not been involved in a bankruptcy or insolvency proceeding for the business, and that the business does not have any outstanding judgments, tax liens, or pending lawsuits against them. And then for these questions, these are going into legal matters. You want to make sure that you indicate no for these questions and that is the truthful answer so that you will be considered for the grant application. These informational questions are free form for you to fill in the fillable PDF. They are required, but you do not need to put any information you do not feel comfortable sharing. Ultimately, these questions will provide some data to the City of Los Altos so we can know the types of businesses that have applied for the grant and that the types of businesses that we are able to give the funds to. The first question focuses on what you plan to use the funds for. This does not by any means require you to use the funds if you do receive them for those purposes, but it gives us a good idea of what you intend to use them for. And then the second question gives us an idea of the types of businesses that we've been able to assist. Ideally, we would like to assist businesses that have had trouble receiving loan or grant programs from other sources, and this would be a great opportunity for businesses to write in that information. And then at the bottom of the application, you will need to make sure that you sign and date it so that we can verify that you have completed the application. And the application process. So the grant applications must be emailed directly to econdev@losaltosca.gov between Tuesday, May 26th at 8 a.m. and Tuesday, June 9th at 5 p.m. Please make sure that you do attach a current copy of your W-9, your sales tax permit, and the completed version of this fillable PDF so that we can evaluate your application and get you feedback as soon as possible. We want to thank you for paying attention during this video. And if you have any questions, please send them to econdev@losaltosca.gov. We look forward to receiving your application and we look forward to assisting the business community in the City of Los Altos. Thank you.